Up at the starting stalls, the 13 runners. Frankie Durr on Royal Rocket. And keeping, oh so calm, Lester Piggott. Mr. Marsh, the starter, was anxious to get them away. It was approaching 3:35. Loading the highly strung field into the starting stalls went off without a hitch. Only seconds now separated the runners and riders from the off. In the lead and setting a good early pace was Ben Roy as they raced up the hill. Tucked in close behind were Connaught, Laureate, Society and Remand. Coasting in 8th place was Sir Ivor. At the back of the field was first-rate Park. Tattenham Corner, the Derby's vital curve. Now the pace was hotting up. Ben Roy still had the lead, but overhauling past was Connaught, clear of Society, Atopolis, Laureate, Remand and Sir Ivor. At the 5-furlong mark, it was Connaught from Society, Atopolis, Laureate, Remand and Sir Ivor. Connaught had opened up a clear lead. Laureate and Atopolis couldn't stay with it. Remand and Society fought gamely, but couldn't catch him. There was only one horse that could do it as they entered the final furlong, Sir Ivor. Watch Lester Piggott urge him into a fantastic burst of speed, which shot him to the front. Sir Ivor streaked ahead to pass the post a length and a half clear of Connaught. If ever a horse and jockey deserved to be in the winner's enclosure, they were certainly Sir Ivor and Lester Piggott. Together, they had provided one of the greatest, most thrilling races that has ever been seen. May 29th, 1968 will long be remembered as one of Britain's greatest days of...
Ahead was one of the greatest upsets in Irish racing history. English Derby winner Sir Ivor was odds-on favourite. Unbeatable, they said. The Epsom Irish Derby double seemed a cert for Sir Ivor, but his Epsom rival, Ribeiro, was in fine and frisky form, raring to get going. Sir Ivor, too, appeared anxious for the race to start. There were over 30,000 people in the stands, among them quite a number of fashion-conscious racegoers who had turned out in a fine but blustery afternoon to watch some of the world's finest 3-year-olds race for the £50,000 first prize. Lester Piggott, who rode Sir Ivor at Epsom, was on Ribeiro. Piloting Sir Ivor on this occasion was Liam Ward, and so the 14 runners paraded around in front of the grandstand with only minutes to go before the on. Liam Ward was having a bit of trouble with Sir Ivor as they went up to the start. The field were all in position. The gates opened and they were off. 1.5 miles of classic racing ahead as they battle for favourable positions on the rails of the right-handed circuit. At this stage, Sir Ivor was a back marker. Ribeiro had been pushed up among the leaders by Lester Piggott, but for horses in this class, early positions count for very little. Excitement mounted as the field entered the final straight. Sir Ivor had made much ground and was lying third 2 furlongs out. Piggott had taken Ribeiro to the front as the threat from Liam Ward became stronger. Val Dost was improving, but as they neared the winning post, the expected burst of speed from Sir Ivor didn't happen. Ribeiro was holding him easily. Lester Piggott was riding Ribeiro to victory. Sir Ivor was 2 lengths away in second place. Third was Val Dost. Incredibly, unbelievably, the unbeatable Sir Ivor had been beaten. Lester Piggott had pulled off the Derby double. Delighted though he was, even he thought that Sir Ivor would snatch a last-second victory. But there he was in the winning enclosure. The Irish Sweeps Derby of 1968 will be remembered as one of the most sensational races of all time. The grand team of Ribeiro and Lester Piggott had romped home ahead of the odds-on favourite.
Sir Ivor down the backstretch, and this field is all bunched up. Just 3 lanes separating the entire field. nearing the turn with a half a mile to go. All 8 horses have a chance to get the rich prize awaiting at the finish line. Into the far turn, it's Sir Alexander and Fort Marcy, the 2 United States representatives. They're stride for stride for the lead. Carmarthen is third. On the inside, it's Patron. They round the turn. Sir Alexander, Fort Marcy, stride for stride for the lead. Then it's Patron. Takashibo dropping back. On the inside, it's Sir Ivor moving up quickly now. During the stretch, it's Fort Marcy. Sir Alexander on the outside, Carmarthen, but here comes Sir Ivor moving with a bull rush. They're in the stretch, an eighth of a mile to go. Sir Alexander, Fort Marcy, but look between horses. Sir Ivor closing with a big rush with Carmarthen on the outside. Here they come. It's Sir Ivor going right by the 2 leaders. Sir Ivor, and there's the finish. Sir Ivor the winner by 3/4 of a length. Then Sir Alexander and Fort Marcy third in this field of 8.